Hey there, my name is Sage and I am mother of Moon Mama Artemisia, which is my heart-centered herbal business. I focus on helping people to connect with plants and with nature and with the seasonal shifts throughout the year, and to reflect upon what we see in nature so that we can witness parts of ourselves internally that can be healed. I have a very holistic approach to healing and to herbal medicine. I have a deep-seated belief through my own experiences and through witnessing others that emotional and spiritual healing is just as necessary and as important as physical healing, and that we can't really have one without the other. All of the parts of ourself need to be taken into account when we are approaching healing of any kind. I create heart-crafted, small batch, ethically wild harvested and organic products that I offer to the world. So I create syrups, I create tinctures, oxymels, which are apple cider vinegar and honey, and I create really luxurious body care products, all infused with whole plant medicines, many of which are seasonally harvested, because that's the way that I feel most connected to the plant realm, is when I'm working with things seasonally, where I'm harvesting them when they're at their peak in small batches, versus buying from someone where the products have been, or the plants really have been dried. So I really love creating small batch seasonal. That's really where my passion lies. There are some things that I create that aren't fully seasonal, or things that I can't source myself because maybe it's a plant that I really resonate with but it doesn't grow near me. So I purchase it from the best locations that I can, and there's nothing wrong with that. But my passion really lies in small batch seasonal plant medicines that I've harvested and collected and created myself. I also love offering my Herbal CSA, which has been my baby of the past year. It's such a fun project for me. Basically, it is a box that I offer 4 times a year, though I am playing with the idea of offering it 8 times a year. So I offer it at the halfway point between the equinox and the solstice. And that is, that halfway point is one of the pagan festivals throughout the wheel of the year. So I offer a newsletter that goes along with 4 to 5 seasonal products, and that newsletter goes into depth about the festival, the roots of it, based on my own Celtic lineage, as well as going into the medicinal properties of the plants and how to utilize the medicines that I am offering. And that is that's the Herbal CSA. It is sliding scale so that it's accessible for a wider range of people, and I really love doing that. I also offer workshops throughout the year, though it is on a little bit of a hiatus for in-person workshops right now due to the worldwide pandemic situation. But I've taught workshops on herbal body oiling, immune system boosting. I've taught workshops on specific plants, for example, poplar, and going in depth about them and all of the different medicines you can make with them. I've taught workshops on basic plant preparations and how to make your own medicines. And I also do seasonal medicinal plant walks. So taking people out on the land that I live on here at Lost Valley and showing people the plethora of wonderful medicinal plants that we've probably seen before but maybe weren't as aware of their medicinal properties, or maybe weren't sure of the many ways that we could use them. And so that's a really great opportunity for me to share my knowledge and also learn from the people who are attending those workshops. And I love that about teaching, is that it's very much a two-way street. There's learning on both ends and teaching on both ends. Even if someone isn't coming with that intention, you can learn something from everyone that you meet. yeah, so I love offering workshops. I'm also working on writing a book, which is called The Herbal Wheel of the Year. So I mentioned the equinoxes, solstices, and halfway points, and these newsletters that I create. This book is going to be a more in-depth version of that. So it's going to go through each of those festivals, those 8 festivals throughout the year, and there's going to be a plant that's associated with each one that is seasonally blooming during that time of year. And I'm going to, explain the roots of that festival, talk about the medicinal properties of the plant, maybe offer some poetry as well as recipes and ritual ideas for engaging with these plants and connecting the plants and the seasons in our psyches. It's also going to have watercolor paintings of all of the plants that I have created, so I'm super excited about that project. And you can support that project by checking out my Patreon. I have pledges available at the $3, $5, and $10 a month amount, and I'm offering all sorts of different things there, from previews of my blog posts, previews of my YouTube videos. Both of those are at least a week in advance of when I post them to the rest of the internet. And I also offer my seasonal newsletters on that platform, and I'm playing around with adding some other things to it as well. The more patrons that I get, the more energetic exchange, the more monetary income I have, the more time and energy that I have to create and really amp up those offerings. So that's a new adventure for me, and I'm really excited about that. You can also check out my website, moonmamaartemisia.com, which is where you will find my medicines that I create, as well as my Herbal CSA and my blog. So I have a blog, Brambles and Broomsticks, where I talk about all things herbs and magic and witchiness, basically whatever is speaking to my heart at that time. And I have blog posts about herbal body oiling, about using plants to help enhance our ability to set healthy boundaries. I have a blog post all about herbal oxymels and why they're so magnificent. So feel free to check that out. You're also welcome when you go to my website to sign up for my newsletter, so you always know when I have a new blog post, or when I do sales, or when I'm venting at a show, or teaching an upcoming workshop, those sorts of things. So I invite you to sign up for that newsletter if that feels good to you. And you're also welcome to subscribe to this YouTube channel. A big intention that I have for myself is to start posting more regularly here and offering my knowledge to the world through this free resource. And it's really important to me that people have accessible herbal knowledge, and that's why I really love empowering people and teaching about herbal medicine making, because anyone can do it. I really believe that it's our birthright to connect with the earth that we live upon. So yeah, that's a bit about my business and what I'm offering, and I so appreciate you taking the time to tune in and to hear what I'm all about, and I look forward to connecting with you and with the plants more in the future. Thanks.